Hello and welcome to the Green Jam Pod. When we want to find something interesting, we look at Google Trends. Yay! Alright. What's hot this week? Google Trends. Google Trends. Google Trends. It's taking a while to load. You're listening to the Green Jam Pod. One that I've not uploaded in like 3 weeks. I might be dead. Oh, I'm not. We're good. Alright. Let's see what comes up here. Can I get a drum roll, please? Featured stories. Election 2016. Democratic Party. Election 2016. Republican Party. Stories trending now. Conor McGregor, Ultimate Fighting Championship. Oh God. Dish Network Viacom. Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders, and Hillary Clinton. Boston Celtics, Atlanta Hawks. Tom Hiddleston. Hugh Laurie, AMC The Night Manager. Intel. I'm just reading through the list. It's really not that interesting. It's more of the same. It's just like politics and like business, which I really don't pay attention to. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I tried, but turns out wouldn't work. Oh dear God, there's like, how many are there? In terms of baseball, I saw one game. It was like the Red Sox versus the Blue Jays. And I saw all 3 games. I was happy the Red Sox won the overall weekend. So that was good. Once again, Donald Trump is in the lead. Hooray. Not. The next Democratic primary will take place April 19th in New York, with both candidates having ties to New York, Clinton as former senator and Sanders as a native New Yorker. This primary will be especially momentous. Search interest in Democratic candidates. So it turns out that there are higher searches for Bernie Sanders than there are Hillary Clinton. Top trending questions on Hillary Clinton. Where is Hillary Clinton from? Well, I can ask you. She is from a place. I'm very sorry. Hillary Clinton. Where are you from? Wikipedia? Wikipedia, come on. I need you, Wikipedia. Oh, why won't it load? More Wikipedia. By the way, we're doing D&D tomorrow with a bunch of my friends. It'll be great. And I'll record it. It'll be on the podcast. Alright, where are you from? Chicago, Illinois. Interesting.
I wiped down everything. I pulled out.
Hello.
Who are you talking to?
I'm recording a podcast.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, it's great.
So,
I have a microphone. See, microphone.
I kicked him out of his room for the day. He's back in it.
It's very echoey in here.
He's like, it's very echoey in here. It's because I took it to flipping thing out of there.
Yeah, it's like bare in here. There's nothing in here. What were we looking at? Very distracted. Alright, what were people searching? Where's Hillary Clinton? Chicago! Where is Hillary Clinton today? I think New York. I'm not so positive. Where does Hillary Clinton live right now? Why don't they just go to the Wikipedia page? Oh, probably because they just want the quick information. But I am not tempted to search it. I'm just going to search it, and I'm going to find it in the Wikipedia page. Where does she live? She went to Yale, apparently. First Lady, of course. Oh my goodness. I think she's like, I don't know where she lives, probably around DC. I don't know. I don't know. How much has Hillary raised? A lot. Who designs Hillary's clothes? I don't really care. I don't care who designs my clothes. Probably some hoo-ah-hoo in like some place wherever. They work, so that's fine. I guess. Most searched issues in New York: Hillary Clinton on 1. Fracking. 2. Abortion. 3. Education. 4. Immigration. 5. Gun control. Top trending questions on Bernie Sanders in New York. Is Bernie Sanders in the top 1%? Depends on what you define as the top 1%, because a lot of it has been skewed by the bias. Like, if you count the top 1% as the elite, then maybe? I don't know. You could go look up his income. I just know I'm in the middle class, I think. Yeah, we're in the middle class. Who plays Bernie Sanders on Saturday Night Live? I really don't watch Saturday Night Live, except for the Star Wars clips they have, because I think they're funny, especially the one where Adam Driver plays Kylo Ren, who goes behind the scenes. That was pretty funny. I like that. Will Bernie raise taxes? Probably. I mean, how else do you expect people to pay for things? I mean, it's like asking if Donald Trump will raise taxes for the wall. Mexico has not agreed to pay for it, and we're never going to go into war, because Congress is never going to agree to do that. Will Bernie Sanders win New York? Maybe. I don't know. Probably looking at the Google Trends. I mean, there are more people searching for that. Come on, I want to talk about something that's interesting. Implore topics. Gaming? Gaming, yeah. Gaming. Someplace I feel comfortable about talking about. Don't be too strange. Come on, load. Come on, Google. I know you can do it. I had faith in you, Google. But as it turns out, you're too slow for my needs. Come on, load. Come on, google.com/trends/explore. #Q equals gaming. Oh, look. It has blue, red, yellow, green. Blue interest over time. Regional interest. Philippines, 100. Cool. PC game industry. Video game TV type. Gaming PC. Gaming laptop. What should I search for? I can't make decisions. Let's go to Twitter, or I can put a poll. This would be very dated then. Holy crap. If you're someone who watches videos, actually listens and looks around for answers to any questions you have for asking, I don't generally post comments unless I'm correcting people on science, because science, y'all. What's happening? I don't know. I searched gaming on Google. I thought that was a bug, but it turns out it's my neighbors walking by. On Google Trends. What other keywords? I cannot spell. Keywords should I search for? Let's put a trend. Choice 1. Undertale. Frickin' love Undertale. Legend of Zelda. That's why I've been dead for the past 2 weeks. I've been playing Ocarina of Time, my favorite Zelda game. Crickets? Crickets, anybody? Sometimes I don't think I'm even thinking while I'm talking. Why are you listening to me? Oh, right, because this is a very minute, minuscule podcast. Alright. Legend of Zelda. What else should I talk about? Oh, I could talk about that. Minecraft Pocket. Oh, I ran out of space. MCPE. No, I don't want that. Stop! Spell check is awful. MCP 0.15.0. Yeah. Tweet sent, I think. 0 votes, 23 hours left. So if this is out within the next 23 hours, vote that. Oh wait, the podcast would then be over. I'll just do Legend of Zelda. That's fine. You can still vote if you want. I'm actually quite curious. Legend of Zelda. Ugh. Freaking love Legend of Zelda. We have a graph, and I have no idea. What? Why am I here? Let's play Google Autocomplete instead, I think. Google. We could answer people's questions. I feel like that would be more beneficial. What do you people think? Still answer that poll. I think I'll do it for next time if I figure out how to use Google Trends. For now, I'll use Google Autocomplete. What should we search for? We'll search the keyword does. A. Does aluminum rust? I believe it does. Aluminum oxide? Yeah? Yeah? Yes, aluminum does rust. Does Amazon accept PayPal? Yes, I think it does, because I was just on Amazon and I saw the PayPal button. Does Amazon price match? I don't know. I've never tried doing that. Does Apple Watch track sleep with the new update? I think it does. Does aspirin help plants grow? You could have studies proving and disproving both simultaneously, so, yeah. Does anybody really know what time it is? I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what time it is. I mean, it's 6:44 p.m., Eastern Standard Time. No, Eastern Daytime, excuse me. April. What day is it? Oh, I don't even care. Does Australia get snow? No. Does airsoft hurt? Yes, it does. Does Aldi drug test? I don't know what Aldi is. Does alcohol go bad? No. We're talking alcohol, which is the thing that stops other things from making those go bad. So, yeah, alcohol does not go bad. It would go bad if you set it on fire, but it's really hard for something to go bad when it's already fermented, I think. Yeah. Next, B. Does black tea have caffeine? Yes, it does. Does Batman kill? I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen him kill before. It depends on the movie, really. Like, it depends on which one. Like, I've seen the Batman where it's someday you just can't get rid of a bomb, and he'll just, like, have a giant bomb in his hands, like there's nuns, then there's a baby carriage, and then there's more nuns, and there's children, and I need to put on deodorant, etc. And then I think of like the other movies where it's like more dark and he does kill people. So it really depends on the Batman you're talking about. Does barley have gluten? Yes, yes it does. Most things do have gluten because it's a wheat and a grain. I'm sorry if you have a gluten allergy. Does Bernie Sanders have children? I think so. I wouldn't quote me on that. Does brown rice have gluten? Possibly. I really need to research these things. Holy crap. Does Best Buy price match? I think they did once. But that was like 2 years ago. You'd have to check now. Does bleach kill mold? I think yes. Yes, it does. Does Beard Czar work? What's Beard Czar? We'll skip that. Does beer go bad? Again, with the alcohol going bad? No, it really doesn't. It ages, but it doesn't go bad. Does beer have gluten? Yes. Yes, it does, because it's fermented hops, or wheat. Grains, specifically. C. Does coffee stunt your growth? Yes. Yes, it does. Does Chipotle deliver? Depends on what you define as deliver, because if you mean getting the ladies, maybe, but I think that sort of thing is independent of whether you have Chipotle or not. Oh, you mean the actual company, not the food type. I know if you're close enough, they might deliver. You'd have to ask the local stores because I think they're a franchise, and each franchise does it a bit differently. Does cool sculpting work? I don't know what cool sculpting. Cool sculpting? Cool sculpting. Does Costco take Visa? I think so. Yes, I'm pretty sure they do. Does Costco take checks? Yes, they do. Does corn have gluten? Again, with the grains and the gluten. If it's a grain, it probably has gluten. Does chai tea have caffeine? Yes, it does. Does coffee have calories? Yes. The only thing that doesn't have calories is like water and like celery and other things. But if it has like proteins, lipids, or carbohydrates, then yes, it has calories. Does cheese have carbs? Yes, it's carbohydrates and lipids, if you're really asking. Does cheese have gluten? It depends on the cheese. Like, if it's like goat cheese, probably not. If it's like cow cheese, maybe. It depends on like how it's processed, where the milk comes from, etc. You'd have to look more into that. D. Does Disney own Marvel? Yes. Yes, it does. Does Derek Morgan die? I don't even know who Derek Morgan is. I think so. I mean, I could be predicting something here. Yes? Does Donald Trump have a son? I think so. I know he has a daughter. Because of the things he said. I don't know about a son. I would assume so. Does Dolly Parton have kids? I don't know. Why do you care if people have kids or not? Just let people live their lives? Question mark. Does Delta have Wi-Fi? I've never actually flown Delta. I know JetBlue has Wi-Fi, and I know American Airlines have Wi-Fi. I know most of them have Wi-Fi. Check on that. Does Dove test on animals? If it says no animal testing, then it's no animal testing. I mean, companies aren't stupid enough to like do animal testing and then say no, we don't do animal testing. That would be wrong. And if they were found out, they would be sued, and then like they would die. Does Deadpool die? I still need to see Deadpool. God damn it! I'm not old enough. Just a year short. What is this? Does Duolingo work? I think it does. I mean, I tried it for a month, but I never really got into it because I liked learning the textbook way. I speak French. Je suis... I am... Je m'appelle Jonathan. I haven't had French in like 15 days, so I have no idea. Because our school schedules are messed up. Because we have trimesters. Because that's a thing. Does embroidery work? Probably. Does every state have a caucus? No. For example, if you're like me and you live in Massachusetts, we have a primary, but even like the caucuses and the primaries are different because it's the state that determines the rules. So yeah, no, not every state has a caucus. Does extends work? We'd have to check on the package. I mean, there are more qualified people than me to answer that question. Does eat place? Does eat place? What is this? Does eat place? That's not a question. That's does eat place. I'm astounded. Does eubacteria have a cell wall? Yay, science! Yes, they do have a cell wall. All bacteria have a cell wall. Unless there's one we haven't discovered yet that doesn't. But most of them do. Yay. Does everyone dream? To a certain degree. Most people don't remember, but we do dream. That's how we store our memories. Does Elf test on animals? Do you mean Elf the brand? Or like Elf, like Legolas the elf? Or like Christmas elves? Does Elena die? What is up with people wanting to know if people have died or not? I mean, would they see them over the social media? Does Eli Manning have kids? Kids? I don't know. Does EOS test on animals? So far, I've seen people asking if actors have died or if some company tests on animals. Oh well. F. Does FaceTime use data? Yes, it does. If it's over to the internet, it uses data. Good job. Does FedEx deliver on Saturdays? Sometimes. Does FedEx deliver on Sunday? Rarely, but sometimes. I've seen it happen. Does fungi have a cell wall? Yes, they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a structure. Does forskolin work? It's probably Metaskin. Metaskin? Metaskin. I really wouldn't want to know what a Metaskin is. I was trying to say medicine. Does forskolin... It's probably a medicine, but I have no idea. Does Fleet Farm price match? I have no idea what Fleet Farm is. Does flour go bad? If it gets infested in insects, yes, it will go bad. Does farro have gluten? If it's a grain, chances are it probably has gluten. Does follow? That's not even a question. Does Ford own Mazda? I think it does. I'm not pretty sure. We could Google it. Let's see. Does Ford own Mazda? Yes. Ford does own Mazda. Alright. Does Google Cardboard work with iPhone? Depends on how you define work. I mean, it works like any other thing, but if you mean actually, like, works, in terms of, like, actually engages people, that's a whole nother debate. Does God exist? Oh, we just escalated that really, really far. Skip. Does Garcinia Cambogia work? Probably another medicine. I don't know. I mean, if it hasn't been working for you, I'd suggest you change your medicine, because it's pointless to take a medicine that doesn't work, because that might lead to your death. I mean, if it's like a serious condition that requires you to have a medicine, I suggest you take a medicine that works so you have a happy and prosperous life. Sincerely, me. Does Glenn die? What is it with you people and celebrities asking if people die? Does Goodwill take furniture? I think so. Does Goodwill take books? Yes, they do. Does Gander Mountain price match? Okay, new trend. Do companies price match? Oh God, we're only on F. And I am sick. I've been sick this past few weeks. It's been awful. Does FaceTime use data? Oh, we already did this. H. Does he like me? I don't know. Maybe you should ask him. Does he like me quiz? What? There's a quiz on whether... Why? Why don't you just ask people? It's really not that hard. You go up to a person and you say, hey, do you like me? I mean, it's easier said than done, and, like, I would never do that, but if you really want to know, I bet you'd be able to do that. Does HISD have school tomorrow? I don't know what HISD is, but I'm pretty sure they might, if they're living around here, they probably won't have school tomorrow, because it's break week. Does he love me? Ask him, god damn it. Does honey go bad? No, it doesn't, actually, because of the specific enzyme the bees put into it as they stir up the honey, and because that it can last, like, thousands, 3,000, lots of thousands of years. Like, they found honey jars from, like, ancient Egypt, and the honey is still good. But if you, like, it will go bad if you heat it up, because that denatures the enzyme, which no longer allows it to work. And then honey is able to go bad. But if you ferment it, it'll turn into mead. But I don't know if you mean that would make it go bad, because it depends on what you define as going bad. Does he like you quiz? Ugh. Does honey expire? Literally, see the 2 questions above. Does he love you? What is it with people and asking? Why don't you just, like, ask them? It's really not that hard. Does Home Depot price match? I don't know. I've never asked. Generally, I'll just go to the store that's, like, the least expensive, instead of, like, demanding, I want this different price. I mean, that's really not how capitalism works. I mean, the system has been very skewed. Does he like me back? Why don't you just ask him? Ah! Alright. Does iMovie iOS support Chrome key? I actually searched that, and that's a legitimate question. And apparently, no, it does not on iOS. Sad face. Does iDubbbz have cancer? I don't even know who iDubbbz is. Does it snow in Australia? No, it does not. It may. It's very unlikely, being the desert and all. It works, raps work. What? I don't even know what you're trying to mean there. Does IKEA deliver? I mean, if you live close enough, you could ask. Does it snow in Texas? If you go into the north, yeah, it probably will snow. Like, highly likely it will snow. Like, I don't remember that one year, but, like, I saw YouTube videos of people in Dallas, like, turning on sinks, and the water would freeze. It was coming out. Yeah, that was bad. Because they don't have the infrastructure like us New Englanders do up here. Does Ina Garten have children? Yes, she does. And I'm glad I know who that person is, because cooking shows delicious. Does it snow in Seattle? Yes, during the winter I'm pretty sure it does. Does it snow in Hawaii? No. Unless you mean ash from a volcano, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you're trying to ask. Does it rain diamonds on Jupiter? It depends on what you define as diamonds, because if it's the specific carbon structure, probably not, because of the hostile conditions on Jupiter, or the fact that it's not been scientifically proven or disproven, because we haven't been able to get close enough, because if you did, we get sucked in by the gravity and or crushed by the pressure. Yeah. J. Does Jupiter have rings? Yes. Jupiter does have rings. Does John Cena? John Cena! Dun da dun da! Dun da dun da! Have kids? I don't know. Does Jennifer Aniston have kids? What is it with you celebrities wanting to know what celebrities do? I mean, if you really follow them that much, I'm pretty sure you'd know. Does Judith die in The Walking Dead? Come on, man, that could be a major spoiler. Like, I haven't seen any of The Walking Dead. What's wrong with you? Does Justin Bieber have a kid? I didn't even know he might have had a wife. What is this? Does Gel King work? Probably another product. Skip. Does JoJo win The Bachelor? Skip. Does Janet Jackson have cancer? Skip. What's it with these celebrities? God. Imagine if we actually, asked more scientific or actual questions, that how much more humanity would get done. Does Jupiter have a surface? Sort of. Ish. Again, with the whole pressure thing and the whole gaseous but pressurized gas that you really can't stand on. So it depends on what you define as surface. Yes. I mean, you would get sucked in, though. Hello.
Yeah.
Alright.
Did you run?
Yeah.
Okay.
When's Dad coming home? Alright. Okay. I'm answering Google autocomplete and complaining about people asking questions that are not really that interesting.
All questions are answered. You all ask the most fantastic questions.
Even ones about celebrities.
You don't understand celebrities.
Exactly.
We're not at home to celebrities.
Yeah. Look, I barely have any idea who these people are.
Who are they talking about?
I'm just looking up Google autocomplete, so like it'll show like what the people are searching for.
Don't, because you don't want to be in people's heads. They're creepy.
It's quite entertaining though. I'm breathing new life into this podcast. It'll be great, I swear. How long has it been? Just Jubila work. I don't know. I mean, if you've been using it, you could either say yes or no. I mean, you don't really have to Google it. I have to close my door. What is this? Me having to get up and close my door. Ugh. Alright. Next letter. K. Oh! We're almost halfway through the alphabet, guys. Does Kasich have a chance? No. Not really. I mean, unless magically overnight he wins every single other primary, which is, so far, looking by the trends, not really that likely. It's just because of Ohio, because he was the governor there. Does kale have protein? Has some protein, a little bit, tiny bit. Mostly cellulose. Cellulose is good for you, though. Not really any calories in it, but it does clean your digestive system out. Does KFC deliver? Depends on your franchise. You should probably ask. Does kombucha? Kombucha. What? Does kombucha have caffeine? Why is kombucha? Does Khloe Kardashian have kids? I don't care. Does kale have iron? Yes, a little bit. Tiny bit. Kindle Fire have Bluetooth? Yes. Does ketchup have gluten? Depends on the ketchup you get. Does Kylo Ren die? What are you doing, people? It's not even been confirmed. It's like you're living on a rock or something. Like, episode 7 just came out. Episode 8 isn't coming out this year. It's coming out next year. December. I don't know. I have no idea. You would have to wait till then. I'm sorry you're impatient. Does Kevin Hart have kids? I don't know. You think I actually pay attention to these people? Does Light have mass? Yes, a little bit. Tiny bit. Really minuscule amount. What is it with you people like wanting to know if celebrities have cancer? Does Levi die? What's it with you wanting to know if things die? Ugh. Can we just skip those? Honestly, it's like me ranting all over again. Alright, another product thing. Another testing on animals things. Another price match. Another asking about a product if it hurts or not. Does laser hair removal hurt? I actually saw a video on it from Veritasium, and he said it didn't hurt. So I'd give it to him. Does lifting weights burn fat? It depends, because if you're aerobic, yes, it will. If you're not aerobic, no. You'll make muscles, but then you'll have the fat on top. Like me right now, I'm kind of fat in the stomach, but I have like rock solid abs underneath that no one can see, because I'm just too lazy to actually do any aerobic exercise. But I'm still having all like the muscular exercise, so like I'll have abs underneath, but you'll never see because of all the fat that's on top. Does LTE use more data? Not really. Tiny bit more. Not by much, though. It's definitely faster, though. I'd go with it. Does my crush like me? Ask! Does my computer have Bluetooth? I don't know. You should probably check. If it's on Windows, you could go to computer, and then you could go to about. Or you could search for Bluetooth and like the search thing. Mac, you're out of luck. I don't Mac. I don't Mac. That's actually a legitimate question. Thank you for asking. Does Minnesota have a primary? I think so. Let's actually Google it. Oh no. Medicare will not cover dental. Sorry. Who are you searching for? Does M. Does M. Minnesota have a primary? No, it has a caucus. Does Minnesota have a primary caucus? Caucus. Does Mac test on animals? Why would you need to test on animals if it's a computer? No, they do not test on animals. Does Minnesota have a presidential primary? They have a presidential caucus. Does Mars have more moons? Yes, they do. 2, in fact. Phobos and Deimos. Does MN Shore cover dental? I don't know. I mean, you must have agreed to it since you signed on to it. Probably because you're asking about it. Was Minnesota? What's it with Minnesota? Very, very popular today. Minnesota. Does Minnesota have? No, they have a caucus. I'm sorry. Does N does not equal sign? That's not even a question. Next. Does Neptune have rings? Yes, Neptune does have rings. Does Netflix have? Depends on what you define as have. Does not equal in Excel. What? Does Naruto die? Again, with people dying. Does Noodles and Company deliver? I mean, you could call them. Does another animals. Does Neptune have moons? Yes, Neptune does have moons. They have Neptune has 5, 6 moons? Yeah. All the gas giants have a lot of moons. Does Netflix support 4K? I believe they do. Does not bow. Again, not a question. Oh. Does osmosis require energy? No, it does not, because it's across the concentration gradient, meaning that you're not using anything to make it equal, because of all the particles repelling each other to make it an equal distribution, just by the laws of physics and such. So no, does not require energy. Does Olive Garden take reservations? Yes, they do. Does oatmeal have protein? A little bit, tiny amount, more carbohydrates than anything. Does octane booster work? That's a very specific question there. Let's look it up. Fuel rating, octane comparison. Bottled octane boosters can most definitely raise the octane of petrol. Liam. Oh, it's petrol. Does O. Does oatmeal have gluten? Probably. Depends on the oatmeal. Does oatmeal have fiber? Little bit. Does Oprah own Weight Watchers? I don't know. It's probably why you're looking it up. Does olive oil go bad? No. Unless you have insects that infest it again. Olivia go home on The Bachelor. What's it with The Bachelor? I've seen 3 questions for The Bachelor. Does Plan B work? Depends on what your Plan B is. Generally, my Plan B really doesn't work. That's why I try to have a Plan A, which sometimes works. Oh, God. Does Plexus work? Oh. Does Pizza Hut deliver? Depends on the franchise. The specific one that's near you. Does Farrell have kids? Again, celebrities and kids. Does Speak How You Hurt? I can say that from experience. For the first day, sort of, and then you just want to itch it, so it's more itching than hurting, but then it gets really goopy, so, yeah, it's not really something that you'd want to get. Does peanut butter go bad? Yes, it can go bad. You go south. Does proactive work? I mean, if you could probably tell by reading the package and by using it for an extended amount of time. Or maybe you're researching something new. In that case, I don't have an answer for you. Oh wait, that was a poem. Hello.
Hello, John. Who are you talking to?
A microphone.
You're talking to a microphone.
I am talking to a microphone.
Is the microphone talking back to you?
No.
Then you're speaking to a microphone. You're not talking.
That's actually a very valid point. Everybody, I'm speaking to the microphone. I am not talking. But now I am talking because I'm talking to you. Singular.
Mm-hmm. And who are you talking to?
I'm speaking into the microphone.
And who are you talking to?
People that happen to listen in. Does popcorn have carbs? Yes, popcorn does have carbs. Lots of carbs. Does Pluto have rings? No. Does P90X really work? I mean, if you're researching it, again, no answer. But if you've been using it for a long time, I'm pretty sure you'd be able to figure that out for yourself. Again, more products that work or not. Quinoa. What's quinoa? Awkward silence. What's quinoa? So many things I don't know. What's quinoa? Quinoa? Oh, it's a species of the goosefoot genus, a grain crop grown primarily for its edible seeds. It is a pseudo-cereal, similar in some respects to buckwheat, rather than a true cereal, as it is not a member of the true grass family. Cool. Going back, does quinoa have gluten? Probably. Does quinoa have protein? A little bit. Does Quick Fix Plus work? Does Queso Fresco melt? I mean, have you tried it yet? It may be delicious. Warning. Does Qdoba have tofu? I've never actually been to Qdoba. I think so. I mean, they are like a Mexican restaurant. Does quinoa go bad? Probably, just like all the other grains can. Does quinoa have fiber? A little bit.
What are all these books in the bags for?
We're donating them. Does rice have gluten? Depends on the rice. Probably. Again, work. Does rayon shrink? Does Rosetta Stone work? For some people, yes. For some people, no.
What do we basically want to do? Clear off all the shelves?
Yeah. Hey, Dad. Does recreational... No, I'm thinking REI. Oh, that is REI. Recreational...
Who are you talking to?
REI. Do they price match?
Hello? Is someone in there? Hello? There's no one in there. Who's on the other end?
My editing skills.
I see. You're being funny now.
That's kind of my job. You didn't answer my question, though. Does REI price match? He has no idea. I'm trying to answer people these questions. Oh no. Come on! You might spoil it for me. What is this? Does Rick die in The Walking Dead? Ugh. You will feel my pain as well. Does rice has carbs? Lots. It's generally what it is. Testing on animals. Does ringworm itch? Yes. Ringworm does itch.
Are you talking to Siri?
No.
Doesn't Siri answer your questions?
I'm not talking to Siri.
We'll talk to Siri. Siri answers all your questions.
I hate Siri. I despise Siri. Siri is like the
What are
enemy.
you doing, like a live audio broadcast or something?
I'm doing a podcast.
What software is this?
I'm just using like a general recording software.
Oh, so you're not broadcasting it then?
No, but I will upload it.
To where?
We have 3 places. We have a SoundCloud, we have a Buzzsprout, and we have a Podomatic.
Well, my content is copyrighted, so you're going to have to edit out all my content, because you do not have permission, unless you pay me royalties.
You can get my wallet. I will pay you royalties just so I can...
$1,000 a word, Jonathan.
That's ridiculous.
That's the way it is.
You're gonna make me pay through editing. You would actually sue me, though.
For every penny you got.
You're cynical.
Cruel.
Very cruel. In all honesty, though.
For one
Am I really going to have to edit all of your stuff out?
Do you want to be sued?
No.
Then don't infringe on people's copyrights.
Oh, come on. This is not fair. You're gonna make me pain for like 6 hours. Oh, I'm gonna cut that out.
How long have you been recording?
For like 20 minutes.
Well, it's not going to take 6 hours to cut out a section of a 20-minute clip.
So you think. I have very limited software here.
Well, how are you recording it?
On Evernote.
What format is that?
MP3.
Well, I don't know many MP3 editors, but sure you could find some.
Yeah.
So you're going to random websites and uploading content, and then what are you going to do with it?
See if people listen.
What is this, a psychological experiment?
Maybe.
Who's out there experiment? Maybe some aliens come by and there goes Jonathan. He said the magic words.
What is the magic word?
Beam me up, Scotty.
That would also be copyrighted.
Oops.
I really don't think they care. I've heard it in many other places.
Well, if
and
it's
been
older
fine.
than 30 years, then actually the copyright...
It is older than... It's like 50 years now.
Well, that's patents. It's 80 years for actual literary and artistic work, so you might have to wait a few years yet before it becomes public.
You know what other people have used Beam Me Up, Scotty?
Well, you're not reproducing the whole work, just a partial clip. Then it's called license or copyright.
And it's under fair use because now we're talking about
fair
it.
use rights because that's
Now
right.
we're talking about it.
However, you're limited. If I give you 6 words and you use all 6 words, that's 100% of my work.
Except I'm pretty sure they had more words in Star Trek than just Beam Me Up, Scotty.
So you can use Beam Me Up, Scotty because it represents a fraction or a part of the work, not a whole work.
Yeah, it's not like...
So if you reproduce an entire piece and say, aha...
But it's not every Star Trek episode ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like parts of it.
So if you reproduce my content 100%, then yes, you are infringing on my copyright. Copyright. 2015.
You know, once I cut all your bits out, it'll just be like me talking to the wall. Like a crazy
You gotta put
person.
a microphone outside the shower, Jonathan, because you talk to the shower all the time.
I do talk to the shower.
Sometimes the shower talks back.
Except I can't use that because copyright.
You have to get permission from the shower head.
Yeah, it may be a legal entity.
I think that's a little extreme, don't you think?
I mean... Yeah. I was answering questions. Do you want to answer questions with me?
What questions?
Google autocomplete. So, like, you put does, and then you put, like, the next letter of the alphabet. So, like, the letter we're on right now is R. And then, like, you answer the question on what comes up because it autocompletes the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, right now we're on the question, does REI price match? And then I skipped it. And then I skipped the next one. And then I said, rice does have carbs. And then, oh, we finished R. Nice. What's after R?
What, do you only get the 10 most recently searched hits on Google?
Sort of. Well, I mean, it's for each letter. So we're going through all of them.
What about all the other letters?
We started with A at the beginning. We went A, B, C, D.
What about the letters with accents?
We're talking English here.
Mm-hmm. So, we use a lot of words from foreign languages in our English language.
Fine, let me look up. Does E accent aigu? Oh.
Oh, I guess you're going to have a lot more than 26, don't
Oh no.
I think you've got 6,577 really to check out.
Why do you do this to me?
Because you thought you had it all like, I think you're just thinking a little bit small.
We need to start back at A.
That is correct.
What is
Every
this?
letter has accents or
Why? Ah!
circumflex, accent aigu, accent grave,
And all the ones from the
deal.
and like the ones from Spanish as well. Ugh. Ah! Why you make me pain?
Anything you got on your keyboard, you can search.
Why did I choose this keyboard?
Unicode.
Darn it, Unicode!
19,000 different fonts, including all the character sets of all the other layers. Now, if you want to really go crazy, you can start typing Chinese characters, Japanese characters.
I don't have that keyboard, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't mean you can't put it into Google.
Yeah, but like, I can't read Chinese, so it wouldn't really work.
Just look at all 30,007.
But I need to like give the listeners something that they can actually listen, and like me trying
Doesn't
to
matter.
pronounce.
This is the first